Hello, one and all. This is Nerdcraft here, bringing you Game 2 out of Best of 3 series here. Spawning on the northern position of ESV Cloud Kingdom is going to be our Purple Zerg, the beast representing the Eastern Europe, that is, because he is on Team Empire. He is none other than Violet, the Violet Zerg player. I just realized, whoa, he's actually purple and his name's Violet. That's awesome. And our opponent, and his opponent here, spawning on the southern position of ESV Cloud Kingdom, our red Protoss player, who is a very evil-minded man because he is Evil Geniuses JYP. I'm not saying that he's evil or anything. I'm saying he's evil-minded as, play on Evil Geniuses. So, hopefully no one thinks I'm trying to insult JYP. JYP is up there on my list of sick nerd ballers who are, like, awesome pro gamers. And, some of the people that I look up to, things like that. So, ESV Cloud Kingdom, this is, I do believe, not my first time casting it, I think. No, it is like my second or third time casting ESV Cloud Kingdom, which was actually made which was made by ESL, which hosts the IEM, and it was used for the ESV Korean Weekly Tournament, which was kind of like the prize is a Code A spot, or yeah, the prize was a Code A spot, and then all the winners got into another tournament that could determine Code S, I think. I'm not 100% sure on that. It's been a while since I watched it. I remember watching it so much, though, because I loved it. It's like, oh my god, that was like the first time I was ever able to watch Korean players consistently, because, I don't stay up till 2 o'clock in the morning to watch GSL as much as I would love to. I unfortunately just do not have the schedule for it. And I would love to readjust myself to Korean time, but unfortunately, there's disadvantages to that. Violet going over here for his hatchery. He's like, what is this, dude? Oh, dick move. The spawning pool is just about to finish right now. 3 Blizzard seconds away. And like I wanted to say, though, about the map, isn't it cool that Blizzard decides to put these community-made maps from other organizations into the ladder? Because ESV Cloud Kingdom is now an official ladder map, and I love playing on it. Oh, kidding a gateway right there. JYP is just really being cheeky now. He's kind of forcing it all in at this point. But that can always be what he wants. If he gets his Forge expansion up, he gets his wall nice and solid, and he has a couple cannons back there. Forcing a Zerg to do an all-in can actually be fairly beneficial for you. The gateway is going to go down. It's not going to be able to finish. So, like I was saying, though, again about the map, which I've been having such a time trying to get up. Those Lings wanting a vengeance, they want to make sure that probe goes down. Is like, we want this hatchery. We need to assimilate it for the swarm. It's so awesome that Blizzard's putting these community maps in. We see a lot of GSL maps coming in to the ladder now. That gateway is going to be canceled, and of course, ESV does have rocks at ramps, so it is Dust and Powder approved. I was trying to get that joke up the entire game. I'm just like, I got this great joke that I thought of during the loading screen. It's Dust and Powder approved. So, hatchery, I like this a lot. Gonna instantly get a third as soon as he gets his expansion, just because he lost a lot of time on that natural. He's gonna have to make that up with another expansion. And the gateway is going to go down, but the gateway is going to be put down, but the Lings are going to get through. 3 of them do die, and they're going to be able to get that scout. Going to see if they can actually pick anything off. These probes will be able to handle them easy peasy. We have this probe up here, getting a pylon down. I like this a lot. I love when Protoss players, I love when Protoss players do this, when they get pylons freaking everywhere. So you're kind of afraid as to when you will, you're going to be kind of, not necessarily scared, but aware of when certain, that certain attacks can come from virtually nowhere. It seems the Nexus is going to finish, and the Cyber Core coming up here to complete that wall off. Whoops. And we have these Lings actually doing quite a bit of damage here. They're just not going down. They have killed 2 probes. Well, 1 probe actually, because there was already a probe killed. Gonna see that the third is finished, as well as the other third. Now, as to what we're going to see Violet do, I'm not going to be surprised to see him go for some sort of roach tech, mainly because he's just pretty far behind on his natural expansion, that he's going to want to try and catch up by means of, busting down that wall, trying to deny an expansion, things like that. Maybe even a Baneling Blast, although we don't see Baneling Blasts as often as we do against Terran when it comes to Protoss. Holy crap, let me rephrase that. We don't see Baneling busts as often in PVZ as we see in TVZ. There we go. That makes a little more coherent sense, I do believe. And these lings are just going around checking for pylons. They are going to look for pylons everywhere except where the actual pylon is, which, you know, is kind of counterproductive. Zealot going to come in there. He's going to see, like, my life for Ire. I scout for Ire. Oh, crap, these lings. Who is Ire, and why did I decide to be hired by him? And I think he'll survive. He'll survive. He's got a buddy coming in. He's like, my life for my friend. No. This Zealot is like, I fight my life for Ire. You know, I like the Brood War voices a lot better for some reason. They're just so beastly. At least when it comes to Protoss. And then this Zealot, he comes in. He's coming in. And he's like, I fight for my friends. And then the other Zealot just face palms. He's like, why? And this guy's just kind of the third wheel. He's like, come on, guys, I want to feel awesome. The Roach Warren is now finishing. We have level 1 Carapace coming up. This is for the Lynx to be able to resist those cannons a lot better, because we will possibly see some sort of Roach bust. We see a quick, or not quick layer, but the layer going up, not being scouted at all. Little micro battles going in on the center, just trying to see if they can, if not put down, if not, you know, take out the Zealots or such, put some damage on them. So that way when they do have to deal with them again, they're gonna be a little easier. We see Spore Crawlers coming up. I think JYP, or I think Violet may be suspecting the same build from JYP, because this is looking quite a lot like it. We have 10 drones just hatching. 10 freaking drones. That's crazy. And a lot of Zealots here coming in from the north there. I'm pretty sure Violet is kind of kicking himself in there, saying, oh, why didn't I search that place to see if there was a pylon? That Zealot is going to be cut out of position, and he's going to be surrounded. Level 1 Carapace halfway done. Lynx trying to engage these Zealots, but these Zealots aren't really being microed well, so JYP Zealots aren't going to be able to, you know, utilize Zealot micro, or utilize the amount of damage a Zealot can actually do without that micro. For those who don't know, in order to micro a Zealot, right after you know, he has a double slash attack. Right after that first slash, you stutter step. So it's slash, step, slash, step, slash, step. It's really fast. The Roach is coming in here. You're going to see that there's sentries, so he's going to have to be aware that there's going to be some sort of force field play going on, no doubt. When you see a sentry, that generally does mean that force fields will be made. Metabolic Boost has finished now. More Roaches, no, not actually, yeah, more Roaches being created here. 5 just about to hatch. And Glial Reconstitution, about a third done. So, if you want a good example of actual Zealot stutter stepping, I highly suggest checking out Creator Prime. He is, aside from my favorite Protoss player, he is also a really, really good player. His micro, he's like, if you were to become a King player for Prime, like MKP and Ghost King Prime, I'd say he'd definitely be like, I'd say macro King Prime. But here we can see that the engagement is coming in. A lot of force fields going down. Those Zealots are going to be, or those Sentry, yeah, the Zealots were able to clean up all of the Lings quite easily, but now all of the Zealots are gone, leaving only a Roach Sentry army, which is not going to be, I mean, Roach Sentry, a Roach army versus a Stalker Zealot, or a Stalker Sentry army, which was never really in favor of that army. But now more Lings have been created. Blink is being revealed right now. Level 2 weapons upgrades just about to finish. If those kick in, Violet might have a hard time, but you know, this pylon is going to go down, so it's perfectly fine. The Stalkers now is just starting to be made behind this wall off. I'm really curious as to see what JYP is going to do. Of course, it has to blink out, unfortunately. He's going to take out these rocks. Surprised that he didn't put it up here. We do see, oh no, actually that's because you have a lane right over here. So yeah, not surprised that he put it right there, actually. Level 3 weapons coming up. That's what we see from Protoss players a lot, are really fast level 3 weapons, and then slower armor, and then eventually we get those shields. But we have the Swarm bearing down upon these. What was that? Huh. Oh, I have like a message. So we see the Swarm is going to be bearing down upon the Protoss player JYP. Spire's on its way, as well as another hatchery, just a macro hatchery by the looks of things. And Stalker's on the high ground. That's going to prove very useful for JYP. If Violet could get Numidi's Carapace and just put his Overlord over there for sight. See what I did there? Overlord over there. That'd be very helpful for him. But it looks like he's not going to be doing that. He's just going to retreat. He's like, okay, that's a lot of Stalkers. JYP's control is pretty good. I think I'll just, you know, I know he's staying at home, so I'll just get my fourth bait. Really? First it's fourth base, and then it's force base. His fourth base. There we go. Now I can pronounce right. Yay enunciation. Yay English. Is going to be going up here as well as his macro hatchery is established and everything. So Violet's just going to start really getting that 300 food army, as it's often called. I don't really agree when people call them. What's going on here? Oh, they're going after the rocks. I'm like, where's the zealots? I don't really agree with the 300 food army idea, mainly because food is from Warcraft 3, or food is a Warcraft thing, and supply is a StarCraft thing. So I always say supply instead of food. The 300 supply army, I should say. 8 infestors coming up here. Pathogens and glands will finish before they get up. And level 3 weapons just about to finish here for JYP. Looks like he's going to stage some sort of position for that. Stage some sort of timing attack with that level 3. And the Ling's going to come in. The Stalker's not going to be able to blink onto the high ground just because these Lings came in and took vision away from him on the Xel'Naga tower, but didn't actually lose any. Yeah, he did lose a handful of Stalkers right there. These roaches do have burrow and they have tunneling claws, so they're going to be able to really cancel out those force fields. There is no observer with this army, so that's going to prove very useful for Violet. That Spire, how long has it been taking that Spire to build? It feels like it's been forever. I remember it was just a wee little lade, and now it's a greater Spire. Don't know why I decided to go Scottish there. The Stalker's going to be coming in, and this is a very gateway-centric army. This is the kind of army that is very weak against Hydralisks, so, and very strong against, or weak against Lings and Hydralisks, but very strong against Roaches and Mutalisks. So the kind of this hybrid composition of that is going to be really favoring Violet, because with those infestors in, he's going to be able to really hold down those Stalkers and let the Lings get a surround. Sorry, I had like a hiccup or something. And 2-2 is on its way. The level 2 Carapace is going to finish before melee. And we see Fungal Growth Spear going off. What am I doing without Control W? There it is. Control W is going off here. A lot of those Stalkers going down. Blinking back after the Fungals have worn off. Another Fungal going to go down. Looks like everything is going to be fairly easily cleaned up here by Violet. Is JYP going to GG here, or is he going to see if he can come back? He's not producing anything at all. The Infestor's out of energy for Fungal at least, and he's going to fall back here. The Roaches are just tearing up this army. This is all that is left of that very nice sized Blink Stalker army. Single sentry and 6 other Stalkers being warped in. You know, no third is being established yet. There's a pylon ready to go, but it's not being established. And the Ling's gonna try. We're gonna do a run by, but looks like they're just gonna instead go for that surround by the Stalkers. They want to make sure that those infestors don't die. And there's the GG from JYP, knowing that indeed there's nothing else he could do. We had actually 4, well, not that much probes or drone kills in this game, but we did have 44 probes to 73 harvesters. So you know that economic lead was just, you know, 4 bases to 2 bases, never exactly in favor of the 2 base person unless you're a Terran player doing it all in. Then it's always you're always gonna be fine. I shouldn't be saying that. Terran has a little balance issues. That's all I can say about it. So if you guys enjoyed this game, please stick around for game number 3. It's gonna be coming at you as soon as you can click the game number 3 button. Or if you're watching this as soon as it uploaded, and like, kudos to you, the fact that game 3 isn't up because it's still uploading. Anyway, my name is Nerdcraft. Please subscribe to the channel. Please subscribe to my channel so that way you know when the videos come up, and that way you know, consistency is a good thing. Plus you're supporting me, and you know, support esports. Subscribe to me. We'll also subscribe to other people's esports as well, particularly StarCraft 2 England. If you can find that guy, he has a different YouTube channel name. I can't remember. But StarCraft 2 England, really talented guy, really awesome caster. Anyway, my name is Nerdcraft. I'll see you guys in game number 3, the Ace match.